What is up, rockers? Today we're going to talk about migration in Rise of Kingdoms. Seems like it's a hot topic recently. I've been reached out multiple times now regarding about the migration. So I want to take a look what the heck is actually happening with the migration here in Rise of Kingdoms and how many of you guys are actually migrating. And I don't know who's migrating into 1412, but let me know in the comment section below. Now, my name is Shinchi42. If you guys love Rise of Kingdoms and you have not yet subscribed, maybe you have not created a YouTube account yet, consider subscribing. And if you are a long-time supporter of the channel, I want to hear you from the comments here today. And if you are just a spectator, maybe I can turn you into supporter and leave a comment in the comment section. So, migration. Today, we're going to try to check out what the heck is happening with all these migration rules, because I've got a message about it and I've got some information in here as well. So maybe if you're looking for some specific information, I might be able to provide an answer to your question, okay? So tune in into this video. So if we're going to try to migrate now, we're going to try to migrate within this within the season. Let's see. There are now few new things in here when we're migrating. Brand new interface in here. So there's the same region immigration, same season immigration, cross-season immigration. And you can see the status in here, open, open, close. And then you can definitely see the power cap of the kingdom and what is the current season immigration power cap. Okay, so for me to immigrate here, I cannot, because first of all, I do not meet the power cap. And then second of all, the destination kingdom is not currently participating in Lost Kingdom events. So that's very interesting, and it's very, very new to my situation. So this is definitely new. So if I go into season 1 or season 2, let's go season 2 in here. If I'm going to be migrating, I can actually migrate. And as you can see in here, I could migrate here, except that it's already been filled up or used. You can see the 0 out of 30. This is actually the place remaining, so meaning they have already consumed it. So for example, let's go to the other account that I have here. I did already click that, huh? 2500. All right, so basically same thing. Power cap is 65 million, and of course I cannot because I go past that. But either way, I cannot get in here unless they gave me a ticket to enter the kingdom. So that's definitely brand new immigration rule. So if you want to get a little bit of info in here, you can go into the season immigration, and then you can look at the commanders, what's going to be available in what season you are, or season of conquest, and what equipment as well. But basically understanding here, preparation season 1, season 2, season 3, and season of conquest is from the end of Lost Kingdom season 3, light and darkness. So the ticket thing that I mentioned earlier, typically this is used by kings to give to like super powerful players, which I have never received, or after like hitting the cap for the kingdom when it becomes Imperium, another thing that they do. This kind of like bypass a lot of things. So even with the cap of 30 migrants, this also allows the king to be able to bring players. So the kingdom can accumulate 3 special immigration chances. At the beginning of each month, kingdom gains 1 chance. So this is pretty much needs to be used. If not, it's going to go waste, I think. So a lot of information are in here that you guys definitely need to look into if you are migrating. So currently I have no plans on migrating. I do have some information. Perhaps some of you guys are looking for this. So we got a little message here. If you are coming from season 3, I'm trying to look into some message here that I'm going to read off coming from customer support, okay? So if you're coming from season 3, you're trying to go into season of conquest. So here's a statement. Player in KVK can migrate out anytime, but they cannot migrate into a kingdom in KVK, which we understand that. If a player is in KVK 3, he cannot migrate into a kingdom that is in Season of Conquest. When the countdown of KVK 3 icon is in the upper right corner ends, there will be a 3-day buffer period. Then all of these players will go back to home kingdom, and these kingdom will then enter into the season of conquest, which, you know, we understand that part. And then players in this kingdom can migrate into another season of conquest. The status of that kingdom becomes season of conquest, right? So it's now going to be same season migration. So there is no 1 day or plus 14 days hours, if you are wondering this. But the migration of these kingdoms will open after 1 day and 14 hours. Others cannot migrate into this kingdom unless they wait for another 1 day plus 14 hours. Now, it's a little bit more complicated. I know it's going to be a little bit kind of difficult to understand, but this is what the customer service have said to me. This is going to be very valuable, and probably who's going to understand this clearly are going to be the leadership of the kingdoms. So let's take a look in here. I mentioned this earlier here. These information with the same region, same seasons, cross season. So same season, I think right now we're looking at this as the same season. So if you're going to do cross season, is if I'm going to be migrating towards like season 2, then that will be a cross season. But it says here it's open, so therefore it says that I can apply. Now within the same season here, looking at 1410, it says here it must apply as well, meaning I can apply. Now I don't meet the requirement of the power cap, so I'm above 25 million. Therefore I must get a permission from the king to immigrate. So I need to get that special ticket to immigrate and apply for it. So it says you can only apply for special immigration to one kingdom at a time. So if I click yes, I assume I will do that. It says it's going to take up 65 passport pages, which I don't really have that anyway. So another thing here, if I'm trying to migrate, as you can see, there's another X. The Lost Kingdom is not currently participating in the Lost Kingdom event, so they're still probably in KVK, or they are in the KVK, because here in 1412 you can see that it is a check in here. The Destination Kingdom is not currently participating in the Lost Kingdom event, right? So to give this immigration status kind of like some better definition here for every single one of you, same region would be in your continent. I was told that this is kind of like an unlimited migration process. And then if you're doing the same season, I think it was kind of like said, I'm trying to read here in my messages right now. It seems like it was said that there are probably like about 70 people that can migrate in the same season immigration. And then in the cross season, as you can see, that it is limited up to 30 only as a cross season migration. Now, the same season, I've explained that earlier, which is going to be the one in the tab in here, same season. If anybody's in this area or anybody in this kingdom will be in the same season as season 2. Anybody in this season 3 kingdoms will be in the same season. So the cross season definition is just pretty much if you are in a specific season, let's say you're in season 1, you're going to season 2, or you're in season 2, you're going to season 1, or you're in season 3, going to season of conquest, or season of conquest going to season 2. So that's a little bit of information in here. And one more thing that we're going to talk about is King's approval. I saw this thing on Reddit. So I saw this thing on Reddit. It says, does anyone understand why Lilith think that kings having full control over immigration is a bad thing? How can they think that limiting all the counts to KVK2 kingdoms to few as 30 is okay when there is no way for kingdom to control who comes? So a message here from response for the VIP. Many kingdoms are gonna get straight ruined for K2 by all the counts under 25 million. Just going in right as the migration opens and taking all the spot. There is no damn thing anyone can do about it. It's a bit nonsensical, isn't it? Nonsensical. Wow, that's a nice word. But it says here, is there any way we can get them to give the king full approval and denial power on an individual basis for migration? So what I got from that message in the Reddit is that basically giving power to the king, which I think is really not a bad idea. And I think that's what Lilith should really go towards to, is giving some power to the king, that, you know, especially because of what they are doing with the update. Now, the cross season, as you remember, we talked about this a little bit, that there is going to be only about, there's going to only be about 30 players that can only migrate in the cross season because there's a cap, right? So as you can see here, 0 out of 30. Okay, so if the king does not have any control of the flux of the players that are coming in. There could be potentially what people have said, creating bots to migrate, or just random people or random players migrating without the consensus of the kingdom. Then that's not going to help the kingdom's basically viability. So providing a king some power of approving with the limitation like this is definitely good for organization of the kingdom. So I do agree with that guy's statement, or that person's statement, if that was the the statement that he was trying to convey. Really do need some type of control, and I think Lilith should allow the king, especially right now everything's pretty much established. But I do get the point of where Lilith is also saying, because what if there was a civil war, right? If there was a civil war and people want to come in and help the opposing team against the ruling team, because this one has happened before in other kingdoms as well. So it's a really very hard situation in here. By them placing a capacity onto the cross-season immigration creates a lot more issue, opening up the Pandora's box. But I do agree that there should be a power for the king, because the king is the king. But I do agree that there should be some sort of power for the king accepting players with this cross-season migrant limitation. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully I was able to answer some of the questions that you guys have. And if you guys still have some questions, I do encourage you guys to comment in the comment section below. Maybe other players will find your comment that have answers to your question, and they can, answer it. And of course, if I see it and if I know it, I'll answer it as well. Besides that, hopefully it was very fruitful. Consider pressing the like for the video, and I'll see you guys again next time.